Hi. Oh, sorry. Trying to do two things at once here. So, the thing is that we're still trying to get these done, recolored, uh, recolored the correct color, and we are trying to put in the electrical power pole. Phone poles. We don't know if they're power poles or if they're supposed to be phone poles. We have no idea. That's because the person that we modeled them off of, TSMC hyphen Minecraft built them, but he built them out of slightly different materials, and I was like, okay, I think I can do that even better with the tough, you know, that's tough, tough slabs and tough, good question, tough wall, polished tough wall. So, yeah, that's what that's who originally made it. And then I was like, I love that build. I have to put that in my over here. And yeah, we don't know how the mansion. In this build, at the very least, we don't know how the mansion's getting powered. We just know that they call up the electric company, and they're like, "We can give you a $10 discount." And he's like, "We have babies in the house, and one on the way, I think." And it's he's getting upset because they don't seem to care. And she goes, "Well, we could take the discount away." And he's like, "No, no, it's the least you can do." Anyway, um, so just in case this stream does the same thing it did yesterday, which God willing it won't. But just in case, I do write books and they are on Amazon in hardback, paperback, and ebook. Um, there will be a link in the description below. I believe I already put that on there for Twitch, and I will put that on there for YouTube. I just haven't gotten there yet. I have no idea which one that was. Okay. No, I don't need to load it again. 3? Aha! Okay. 4. So, like I said, oh, wait, I didn't tell you guys that. I told the last stream that. Okay, so the thing is that yesterday I was trying to. I need to sneeze and it's not working. Okay, so yesterday all I was trying to do is load my not load, but I was trying to play Dreamlight Valley, and I was gonna post the big old video. It's always a big old video on Wednesdays. But I was, gonna do that. And it kept going out. And I just, I mean, it was windy yesterday, which usually, if it's that bad, it usually means snow's coming this time of year. Um, and I want to use that as a teaching tool. We're gonna put Quarrel's harness on her. We're gonna put Quarrel's harness on Bobby, and because she doesn't have one of her own yet, and we're going to show her Snow, and I'm hoping to get her reaction. And knowing my luck, she's gonna love it. Anyway, so oh, that was 13. Okay. 7 of my. Okay, 14's already got. Good. Now, what about today? Yes, I put that on there, and we're downloading it as we speak. I don't think it should be taking this long, but whatever. Okay. So, like I said, it kept going out. Actually, I think I want to go back to that other thing real quick.
Important notification. It's Adam Sullivan from NPR Assistance.
And as soon as I hear that, I hang up. So the first part was 27 minutes and 55 seconds. The second part was 38 seconds. The third part was an hour and 19 minutes and 27 seconds. And then the fourth, 2 minutes and 43 seconds. The fifth, 6 minutes and 53 seconds. Hello? You know what? I'm just going to hang up on it. I don't care. So the fifth part was 6 minutes 53 seconds. The sixth part was 6 minutes and 22 seconds. And then a minute 18, a minute 9, 40 minutes and 8 seconds, 17 minutes and 11 seconds, 12 minutes and 40 seconds, 3 minutes and 17 seconds, 1 minute and 50 seconds, and then an hour and 34 minutes and 33 seconds. What the heck? It seemed like, and it seemed like every time I went and tried to advertise my books, they're like, you ain't doing it. So, anyway, my books are The Rolling Sea Beginnings Book 1, Pirate's Daughter, The Rolling Sea Beginnings Book 2, Misfortune, The Rolling Sea Beginnings Book 3, Hard Times, The Rolling Sea Traitor Book 1, Esperanza's Party, The Rolling Sea Traitor Book 2, The Island, and hopefully coming before December 1st, The Rolling Sea Traitor Book 3, Lessons in Love. And then there's a separate series called Adopted, because, I figure when you get a new pet, you're adopting them, right? So we're probably going to have a lot of pets in our life. No more than 3 at a time. We cannot handle any more than 3 at a time. Unless, we adopt a pregnant cat and, if we adopt a pregnant cat and it has kittens, then, that's fine. We'll have more than 3, but, that's my opinion. That's not my husband's opinion. Yeah. He loves cats too. It's just, neither one of us were ready for Bobby. And like we were very content to wait until God found us another cat that would definitely be a good match for our family. And well, Bobby ended up needing a home. So, she's my technically she's my kitty niece, but she's been here so long. I think we're just gonna upgrade her to daughter. Um, she's the new Miss Sassy Pants. Well, Coral liked dresses. She really did. So we still called her Sassy Pants, but technically it was Sassy Dress. But yeah. Anyway, so there'll be one link for each one of my books. So Pirate's Daughter's got one link, and Misfortune's got another one link. Like that. Um, anyway, so just pick a link in the description in Twitch or YouTube, and you should find my books. Um, I mean, okay, okay, okay. Wait a minute. Let's make sense here. Okay, so there'll be 6 links in Twitch and YouTube for one of my books. And you just pick a book, and it should take you right to Amazon. If it does not, please let me know when I am live streaming or in the comments below on YouTube. Um, yeah. So I'm only on here right now because I did promise to at least go until 11, which, right now is inconvenient, but we're gonna do it anyway. I, you know, I wanted to be on GTA, but then I was like, well, I'm just gonna be doing the same old stuff for one, and for two, although it's a different video every single time because you don't know if you're gonna get through all the traffic no problem or if you're gonna get crashed into and what you're gonna get crashed into by. But okay. So, question is, how far are we now from the spot? I'm gonna guess. Let's double check in the over here though. They got kind of messed up yesterday because okay, so we've got oaks up there, spruce, birch, jungle, acacia, dark, mangrove, and cherry. Okay. Now, how far are we? Okay, that's 1 block. That's. Hey, we've only got about 2 blocks to go. That's awesome. Oh, anyway, um, besides, sometime today, I wanted to do a tour. You're probably sitting there going, well, you know, why do a tour? We get to see it while you're building it. It's even cooler when you do a tour. Um, but I don't know if that's going to be part of this video or if it's going to be part of its own video. Just haven't decided yet. Yeah, I wanted to get this done, at least to the end of the street. That's only a few more houses. Should be about 14. If I'm right that it was 2 blocks. The one big problem though is that then we gotta go and put in couches and curtains and appliances and all that fun stuff. Like the sink, the refrigerator. We've got to put all that stuff in there too. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. Hey, we finally ran out of Halloween candy. My husband ate the last one yesterday. Um, I would definitely say though that candy, like you know, Reese's peanut butter cups and Hershey bars and whatever else was in there. I would definitely say that that is not the best breakfast in the world. So, it doesn't give you a whole lot of energy. Like, it lasts for a little bit and then you're hungry again. So, if you're trying to do a 3 hour long stream, it's not your best bet for breakfast. Now, on the other hand, those grandma's peanut butter cookies, they last pretty good. If you're going for sugar for breakfast. Okay, I do not have to go all the way down there, but I'm choosing to because it makes it feel like it's on a solid foundation. Um, okay, so I mean, technically it's on grass and dirt, so is it really solid? I don't think so, but it feels solid. Okay. I think we're doing pretty good here. Yeah, I was looking at this yesterday and I'm like, there's something missing here. And then I went over, yeah, over that way for something on one of the streets and I'm like, oh, wait a minute, there's these things. So I was like, oh, okay. You know, and, to me it feels like a nice, simple build. Um, but it's got a lot of ambiance. So, okay. There we go. There we go. So I said about my books. Yeah. Okay. And just in case that doesn't get put in there somehow, um, if you're watching me on Twitch right now, please. Hi, viewers! I've got 2 viewers. Yay! If you're watching me on Twitch right now, please follow and chat. And if you're watching me on YouTube, please like, share, comment, subscribe, notification bell, and please get those valid public watch hours up. Again, I don't exactly know what that entails. It just sounds like maybe watch it all the way through. I don't know. It definitely means don't be a computer bot. I know, watching it all the way through on some of my videos is just like, what the heck? Because, they're super long. But on the other hand, like here, you might learn how to build something that you didn't know how to build before. Um, on Dreamlight Valley, you might learn how to, like we've got the Halloween floating island, and um, we've got the Halloween floating island, and you might learn how to do the thing that you don't know how to do, or um, the night he's got some questions for you. You might actually learn the answers. But that's on Dreamlight Valley. If I didn't say that, um, on Roblox, you might see a design of a roller coaster that you like. I've been coming up with some neat designs, and one of these days I want to be able to build a 10 loop roller coaster and see if they'll actually go on it because apparently our friend said Cideran, he says that it is illegal to have a 10 loop roller coaster because the people riding the ride probably wouldn't uh they would need the hospital afterwards at the very least. And I kind of want to build a 10 loop roller coaster just to see if that's what would happen in Roblox. Um, That is currently the only game that I'm playing in Roblox. I actually like playing the hide and seek, but you can't turn off the music, and you cannot turn off the music, which I think is a very big flaw, and they don't have streaming friendly mode. So if anybody from the Mega Hide and Seek dev team is watching this video at any point in time, please put that in as a feature. I'm tired of getting copyrighted because I was playing the game. It's not like I'm going over there and saying, "Oh, I'm playing this game and I made the music." I didn't. And I know I didn't. And I'm not gonna say that I did. I mean, if I did, I'm not good at making music, so I'm great at making silly songs. Just songs that I can make up. Like my uh, like say, I don't know. I can't think of any examples that aren't copyrighted. um, I go and usually my husband says something and I can go and make a song out of it. If I'm in that kind of a mood, I can go and make a song out of it, and it will probably use a tune that is already there. I don't remember what it was, but um, I was in a mood the other day, and it seemed like every other word that came out of his mouth, I turned into a song. It wasn't every other word, but it sure seemed like it at the time. So anyway, okay, we've got the outer edge done. Okay. Well, like, we've got the outer edge done. We've got the outer edge done. We've got the outer edge done. Wonder how long it'll take. I can come up with stuff like that all day long, it seems like. But that's not my tune. That tune is from Blues Clues, I want to say. Might be Blues Room, but I'm pretty sure it was Blues Clues. Oh, yeah, because we just got a letter. I couldn't remember what it was from. Or like if he starts if he says something about a hot dog, I might start singing the one song from Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Cuz I think the song in Mickey Mouse Clubhouse isn't actually talking about a beef hot dog. I think it's talking about, how they used to use it as a hot dog. Like, yeah. You know, I think it's talking like that. Um, yeah, so I'm kind of upset because I haven't been able to work on my story. Like I'll get frustrated that uh yeah, I mean like I go and do the okay, fine. Finally, finally, finally. Okay. So I 2, 3, 4. I go and, do the stream and then, you gotta load it. And then I get frustrated because it's not going on there as fast as I want it to. And it's like, I really don't want to set that aside. Like if I've got multiple videos like I did yesterday, I don't want to set it aside because then it just won't get done. And it literally did not get finished until like 8 something last night. Okay, so this is one block. And this is a second block. Yeah, and then we're at the end of the street. So we got 14 now. We had 15 apparently. Oh, hi. Okay, so Aria Thompson 003 is a first time chatter. She's asking how my stream's going, and since I finally noticed, and I'm sorry it took so long for me to notice. Oh yeah, and we're putting in streetlights too. Um, and I'm sorry it took me so long to notice, but yeah, I said, oh hi, and good so far. Um, yeah, any day when I get it to actually act right and record all the way through without having too many problems is a good day. Yesterday we were having a bad day. Yeah, it was so weird though because part of the it doing that looked like it was sunny for a little bit and it was still acting really bad. It was still acting really bad. Um, but like I said, it went out. So it ended up being a 14-part stream, and my viewers are probably going, "Huh?" Speaking of that, um, my videos. Well, somebody watched part 11, two somebodies, and somebody watched part 6, and somebody watched part 5. They're probably very confused why they're in 14 different parts, and it's not my fault. Okay, so I'm down to 505 subscribers. 4,435 views. And 1,533 valid public watch hours is what's being shown for the last 365 days. Well, it doesn't make any sense because They must be averaging it out or something, because I've been having a lot of valid public watch hours just in the last 28 days alone. So they must be averaging it out. And I don't like that. I can't wait until we get all of the stuff. Um, yeah, I mean, all of these houses done, and then we can go and build stuff like the lake. I never get the lake right though. I'm never exactly happy with the beach and the trees. Um, I'm just never quite happy with that, and it's because uh, it's supposed to be that the spot that they're at, that they've got campsites, and the spot that they're at to have their little picnic is in a certain spot, and then the bathroom is supposed to be off to the left. If you're faced toward the lake, and the bathroom is supposed to be off to the left. Well, I have never gotten that exactly right. There's supposed to be, trees and bushes in the, like, um, going from the shoreline to the lake. Supposed to be like trees and bushes. Um, so like if you wanted to give your loved one a kiss in the water, you could. Um, and nobody would be able to spy on you. But yeah, I've never gotten that quite right. Because, in my head it's supposed to like be uh I mean, in my head when I'm building it is a whole different story than in my head. Um, it's a whole different story than in my head what it's supposed to actually be. So even though it's supposed to be like a representation, I want to get it right. Anyway, there's a part in one of my books where Sam Crenshaw has taken Ashley out on a date. And why does that look so weird? I don't know, but that one, it looks weird. Anyway, Sam Crenshaw has taken Ashley out on a date, and Sean and Jonah, he took Jonah with him, because Sam Crenshaw is his best friend. Well, his other best friend than Ashley. Um, anyway, that's his best friend, so he brought Jonah, so he doesn't kill Jonah. I mean, so he brought Jonah so he doesn't kill Sam. Sorry. Yeah, not making much sense today, but that's okay. I mean, I was until he said that. But anyway, he brought Jonah so he didn't kill Sam, but they're spying on the date. Finding out what they're talking about and all that. because one of them knows how to read lips. I can't remember which one. I want to say Jonah knows how to read lips, and and he's translating to Sean exactly what she's saying, and it's just a typical normal date. Well, typical normal date for them. Um, okay, so we don't have that many more poles on this street to put in. I'm trying to get okay, so I'm trying to like how you read left to right. Um, well, okay, like I'm trying to get it to where we put the light in over here on the one side of the street, and then we come in and do on the left side of the street. Although you've probably noticed I've been putting it in on both sides of the street because I just can't wait. Um, and then coloring the houses, and then doing the poles. That's what we're supposed to be doing. Of course, I like putting in the poles better because it goes a lot faster. But no, it just looks funny. It's like when you look at a word and you know it's spelled correctly, but for some reason to you at that moment, it looks like it's not spelled correctly. Okay, wait a minute. So, I, what's today's video? Excuse me. Oh. What's, when you're looking at the wrong thing. Okay. Um, okay. You asked for it. Okay. Disneyland Adventures. Obviously Minecraft. Um, Backgammon. Roblox, but at the moment I'm just playing the one game, Theme Park Tycoon 2. Um, Zoo Tycoon, but I'm seriously thinking of taking it out of the list because even though I like playing it, uh, it's very annoying. Dreamlight Valley. Oh, it was Disney Dreamlight Valley. I seriously think that if Gameloft wanted to, they could get the rights to it. They could come up with Harry Potter Dreamlight Valley. Hello,
Hello?
hello.
Hey, my name is David from Marketplace. How are you?
Not interested. He just really didn't know what to say about that. And I typically put it in as GTA because, there's gonna be GTA 5, like we're playing right now. There's gonna be GTA 6. There's probably gonna be GTA 7. I'm just saying. Um, 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 Golf with your friends. It's Pac-Man Museum, but I usually end up playing Pac-Man. Um, well, Fortune and Jeopardy. Those are all the ones I actually stream. It's Lonely Mountain something skiing. So one of the games I play is Disneyland Adventures, and I've actually gotten pretty dang far with that one. Um, but I just don't know how to finish. Like, what did I miss? So, right now I'm doing a series where I do one thing, like maybe the Hidden Mickeys on Main Street, or maybe one of the levels on a ride, or blasting the lights, something. Um, I've been trying to do one piece of the puzzle. Okay, wait a minute. Oh, and I was telling her she's a Disney. I'm guessing it's a her since it's Aria. Um, anyway, I'm thinking that she'd like Disneyland Adventures and Dreamlight Valley. Although Dreamlight Valley, yeah, it's got the Disney characters, but like it could be any game. Um, but anyway, I love it. Hey, look! See, that's the end there, and all we have to do is finish. See, I started. Okay, so I wanted to play games on the Xbox, especially while my husband was away at work, and because we only had one Xbox at the time. Oh my goodness, the concept, only having one Xbox in the house, that is not good. We were fighting over it all the time. Well, uh, we finally got it to where I had my Xbox, I think, in the bedroom. Like we finally got me an Xbox. I think that was back on 360 actually.
Vital update for you. Hi, this is Lily, and I'm following up with the Prime Capital Advisors. I'm not sure if you've spoken to an assigned agent yet regarding our hardship program.
I don't. I might have listened to that whole thing if I wasn't on stream right now. And why do they always call me while I'm on stream? I mean, if my husband was here, he'd say they don't know that you're on stream. Oh, just a sec here? Okay. I almost made a new version of Xbox by simply typing the wrong letter. I accidentally typed a C instead of an X, and because um, they're asking, what uh, system I play on, and yeah, I play on an Xbox Series X, and I thought that was. I don't know if they did that on purpose or not, but all they needed was an E, and they'd have a non-streaming friendly thing going on for their Xboxes because they have S and they have X. So think about that, Microsoft. Unless you want to be Rockstar, I could totally see Rockstar coming up with that. But I thought that Microsoft would have a little more decorum than that. That's what I'm gonna call it. Maybe a little more smarts. I don't know. Anyway, it just doesn't make any sense to have an S and an X. Um. Oh, that's the other thing. If I'm ever playing golf with your friends, or or Roblox, Theme Park Tycoon 2, um, I typically don't play with anybody here on um yeah, I forgot what I was saying. Isn't that so annoying? I keep forgetting what I was saying. Uh, anyway, um, what can we talk about? There's gotta be something we can talk about for another hour and 5 minutes. Oi. I wasn't gonna be on here this long. I wanna work on my story. The thing is that Sam Crenshaw found a new friend at the grocery store. He's only in town because he's helping out his. Adam is the new friend, and Adam's only in town because his honorary aunt, um, she's not a blood related aunt, but like she probably helped um Adam's brother Nick take care of Adam when their parents died in a car crash or something like that. I don't remember what I put, but I'm pretty sure it was a car crash. Um, so Nick had to help raise Adam so he didn't end up going to an orphanage and, he gets to stay with his brother. So Molly, that's the aunt, she probably helped, like if it's Saturday and Nick had to go to work, Molly probably babysat or, at least came over and made sure that, you know, Adam was like doing his homework and stuff. Yeah, I know. Now we don't have homework, which I think is going to hurt the. Um, 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 um. Okay. So, so usually if you want to talk to me in Discord, I will answer your message, but I'm just not very good at it. Like Sarah and Mr. Star and Sky, Sorrow and Mr. Star and Sky. I always say that wrong because it's an SE, but then you say it's Sorrow. So shouldn't it be SI? But anyway, they've both got like, several different categories on theirs. Like if you need Dream Snap help, you go to this one, and if you need a Disneyland Adventures walkthrough, you press this one, and I don't know how to do that. And I don't want to like have to go to the college and put up a notice saying, "Does anybody know Discord better than I do? Because I need help." Yeah, because I don't I don't know that this is true, but it sure seems like if you're a person who streams anything, you're supposed to know Discord, and it's like I don't. Okay. Hasn't gone through yet. Yeah, it definitely says okay. Hasn't gone through yet. Okay. So the other day I was watching Christmas movies. I just kind of remembered that um while I was typing in chat, and my husband was like, Christmas movies? We haven't even watched Thanksgiving yet. Well, the problem with Thanksgiving is that um, okay, hold on a sec. Okay. Okay, would you type the correct letters? Thank you. Okay. Yeah, sometimes um I get frustrated with Discord because sometimes I have to send the request to the person, and sometimes the person has to send the request to me. Um, but anyway, we're watching Christmas movies the other day, and he was like, why are we watching Christmas movies? We haven't even watched the Thanksgiving ones. Specifically Charlie Brown Thanksgiving. That that's one that he was specifically talking about at the time, and I was like, um, we've got 80 different things, or was it 84? Something like that. Uh, to watch that are Christmas or Christmas related. Um, I try to go with only Christmas stuff. So like if it's actually got a Christmas tree in it, um or it's like a Christmas Carol, or if it's like a Christmas Carol, um anyway, or if it's like a Christmas Carol, something like that. It counts. That looks very creepy. I think it's supposed to be like a Mickey Mouse symbol, but genericized. And I was trying to come up with a thumbs up, and it just did not work. Okay, no, this. Dang. Told you I'm not very good at Discord. But what actually happened was that the computer just decided all of a sudden it was way more important for me to um it's way more important for my downloads to come up. That makes sense though, because okay, we're gonna change that title though. Yeah, it came up as the generic download, numbers and letters and stuff. And okay, so it's GTA 11 6 25 and GTA. I know that sounds really stupid title, but um it'll do for now. Okay, definitely has the links in the description below. Okay, games I like to play. GTA, GTA, GTA. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I have one that says GTA, Forza, and Fortnite. Um, I think what I'm gonna do is just go into all the G all the GTA ones and put them on the GTA 5 if they're GTA 5, and then change the GTA 5. I mean the one that says GTA to GTA 6 when GTA 6 comes out. And no, I am not one of those crazy people who's like, "Oh, it's coming out next year because there's, green eyes on one of the characters." Yeah. I mean, if you want me to do that, I can come up with some really good ideas. I could totally come up with some really good ideas. But I don't want to be that person. Where did it go? There it goes. Okay, so for all of November, I'm kind of um trying to. Okay, so I've got the game that I actually played today, in this case GTA 5. And then um I'm putting in Nevada Day Parade 2025, and then as usual, the Disneyland folder and the subscribe button. And Disneyland and the subscribe button, that will be a set in stone thing forever. And that is because of the fact that those are the ones that were doing so good for so long. Okay, so I better. It says 8 minutes. Cool. Okay. So I'm posting the GTA video that we did before this one right now, and then as soon as we're done with this one, in about 51 minutes, we'll post this one too. Um, I was just talking about something really. Oh, yeah, I was talking about. Okay. So, like, I need to go in there and manage my playlists. I figured out how to do it the other day, and then I didn't have time to work on it. So, anyway, one of these days. Maybe that will be before the end of the year. I don't know. I don't know. That may be something that I'm still thinking about in January, and then, like, I don't have a deadline anymore. So I'm like, okay, I can do it. I don't like giving myself a deadline. I really don't. Right now I'm like kind of panicking, thinking I'm definitely not going to get it done by then. I'm on like page 164. I haven't really gotten to work on my story. There's 384 pages, so like call it 400. Um, you know, there's just not enough time, I don't think. I mean, I could do it, but with streaming, I just can't do it. So, um, so I may be going with a little bit shorter streams during November. If I get my way, it doesn't look like I'm going to, but if I get my way, we're not going to be here for, like, um, or at least I'm not going to be here. Um, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so like I would want to go up. That didn't work last time, but I would want to go up on Tuesday. Spend time with the family on, or not Tuesday. That's what happened last time. Um, I would want to go up on Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving, um, and then stay at the hotel, and then if I could, stay at the hotel of my choice, and um, because I like the one at the mall, but it is too far away from my dad's house. It's like 5 miles from my dad's house. And, I don't want to walk that far. I could walk that far. I'm not opposed to walking that far, just I don't want to. Um, you know how long that would take me to, to walk that 5 miles? It used to, I don't know if it would still would, but it used to take me an hour to walk from our house. Um, we were 2 blocks away from the lake when we lived in South Lake Tahoe. Um, we lived 2 blocks away from the lake, and to get to we weren't there for gambling. I want to say that, I want to throw that out there right now. But to walk to the casinos, that took me an hour. We're actually there because one of the casinos has a really nice waterfall behind it, and it was oh, and there's like near the casinos there's the movie theater and Cold Stone Creamery, and that's an ice cream place if you don't know what I'm talking about. Um, but they're like um they're like the $5, $10 cone or whatever, but it's because they put so much stuff into it. Um, I'm not agreeing with the price because it's too much. You used to be able to go to Baskin Robbins, give them $2, get one or two scoops, and call it a day, and be very very happy. But now that $2 is going to be like, excuse me, you owe me more money. Um, but anyway, they put like, they put candy into it, and it was. I don't know if we actually ever ate. Yeah, we did. We did. Um, but I don't remember if it was memorable or not. That's something I would like to be able to do. Like, if I started making money with my books, and all of a sudden I could go anywhere I wanted to, as long as there wasn't ice on the ground. Um, I would like to be able to go to places I've been before and see if I like them, see if they're still there. Because there was a candy apple store. I think that's all they they did was candy apples. There was like a candy apple store in South Lake Tahoe, and I want to see if it's still there. There was a pirate store, and I want to see if it's still there. Um, I know for a fact that they had Baskin Robbins, and it's not still there, but it's like now Tahoe ice cream or something like that. I'm sorry if you work there and were hoping for a better advertisement because I just don't remember your name right now. Um, and I don't know if they're still there either. There used to be a little baby carnival there. I call it a baby carnival because it had like 6 rides. One of them looked freaking scary because you know that really big slide at the carnival, and it's nice and solid, but if you're afraid of falling from heights or afraid of the height itself, you get really super scared. Well, you'd get even worse scared on this one because it literally had like it had flat parts. It had stairs, and then it would have a flat part, and that was just plywood. So anyway, it eventually shut down because I don't think they're making the money that they wanted to make. We didn't get to go there very often. We were too poor for that. But but yeah, I seem to remember they had some kind of merry-go-round, carousel, whatever you want to call it. And they definitely had that super slide. I think they had a train. Um, I don't remember. That was so long ago. The kids were little. Actually, when that was there, I don't even know if we had Luke. If that puts in perspective. Wow. I know we had Ashley though. Um, cause she was fearless. She was like, I want to go down that slide, and we're gonna go up there. And I made sure that my husband went with her because all the plywood, and it was scary. I would not have been able to go down that thing at all. Um, but there's like so many things that I've been to. Like a restaurant called Palby's, and it had a if you sat in the one spot, um, there was a outdoor um I don't want to say display. But anyway, there was like a giant bird cage, and there was peacocks in it. And those peacocks, if I remember correctly, at least to me at the time, looked a lot bigger than the peacocks we have here. But yeah, we've got peacocks around our house too. We've got peacocks and deer and um, of course, cats, dogs, people's pets. But I think that is so cool that we have deer. One year, I don't know if they were because he was doing it too regularly, but there was one year when there was deer in the cemetery, and they were eating the grass at the edge by the fence. And like I said, he was going, his head was going up and down way too regularly. It was like he was an animatronic. And so I don't know to this day whether that was a real deer or not, but they tried to seal the cemetery off from them, uh, I think shortly after that. And they've done a pretty good job so far. I think I've seen the deer in the cemetery one more time after that, and that was it. But we see them here at our house all the time, and it's pretty cool. I'm always, um the there's always like the, I guess, alpha deer or the head deer or whatever. The one that's gonna, that if you mess with them, he's gonna take care of it. But, I always make eye contact and tell him just taking your picture or just taking a video. And he's like, "Oh, okay." So that's why when they were all running away the other day, um, that's why that happened because they were out there and they were having a good old time, but they were starting to walk away anyway. But they like started to walk away even faster just because I was trying to take their video. Anyway, okay. So, oh, video processing is taking longer than expected. Gee, wonder why after yesterday. No, it keeps saying that for some reason. And, there's other days when it's like no problem. Or other downloads where there's no problem. So weird. So random. Uh, I like programs that work correctly the first time. And, if it gives me a bunch of problems, then I don't like that. I wonder. Okay, so like, say my husband gets his paycheck on Friday, and we're able to buy Fillmore Wondershare because we both need it. We would just have to find a way to reliably get it to go, the video to go from um, his device to my computer and then back to and then over to his YouTube. I don't know how I would do that. I keep telling him that he needs a new laptop because the one that he has is my mother in law's old laptop, and she abuses her computers. Let me just put it that way. Um, she's, she abuses them. Uh, it's just from using it, but, they get abused. So, so that thing's old, it's slow, it's, it's got issues. Well, um, anyway, I keep telling him that he should get a new laptop. And then if we can do that and put Fillmore Wondershare on it too, my computer and that laptop, then we'd probably be able to do this just fine. Um, but yeah, and I think it'd be easier to put Fillmore Wondershare on his device and then just work that way with it. Even if I have to sit there and use his laptop long enough to get Fillmore Wondershare working on it. Uh, anyway, I really like that program. I also like another program called Speechalo, which is helping me edit my book because I can go and I think it's supposed to be for voiceovers. That's what it kept using as an example. Um, you know, do your voiceover now. And it actually does sound really good instead of the ones before where it just kind of sounded like uh hi, my name is Susan, you know. It used to sound like that. Well, now it sounds like hi, my name is Susan. And it's like really cool. I love it. So, I'm turning my books into audios, so I can hear what it sounds like. And then if I don't like the way it sounds or if there's obvious wrong statements in there, I can fix them. And sometimes I don't want to do that, and then I'm like, no, I have to do that because there was something totally wrong in there. Um, it could be something little like, um, it could be something little like I said that Sean's favorite color was green, but it could be something huge like I said that Ashley's horse was Angelus instead of Angel. I got that from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Just saying. Um, I decided to name him Angel, and he's a little bit of a you know, he, his name's Angel, but he can be a little bit of a uh mean horse if he wants to be, or like he helps Ashley get back at her old boyfriend. Yeah, stuff like that. So, and in one part of my story, Ashley's going um to the stable to ride Angel, and Sean comes, yeah, Sean's trying to talk to her, and Angel shoos him off by threatening to get him with his hooves. You know, it's just a mentioned thing, but the year before, um, it's supposed to be like the year before or 2 years ago, something like that. Um, Sean and Jesse are trying to talk to Ashley about something. She didn't want to talk to them, and Angel got Jesse instead of Sean. Because, Sean was the one causing the problem, whatever it was. And Angel can't tell the difference, so he got Jesse instead. Jesse says something like, yeah, it really hurt, whatever time frame. Uh, because, Angel can't tell the difference. And I really love my books and I want to share them with the world. And, I wish that people would start buying my books. I know I keep shamelessly throwing that out there. I really do. I love my books and I think other people will love them too. And like I said, in, you know, at least a few of my uh, streams and videos lately, books make great Christmas presents. And if you get a hard copy, whether you get hard, the hardback or the paperback, um, whether you get the hardback or the paperback, it gets people off their devices. So it kind of saves their eyesight a little bit, and and you know stops them from playing the games for a little while. Most moms want their kids off the game for a little while, and books are a great way to do that. Unfortunately, I only have one children's book at the moment, and that's um the series is adopted, and the first book was Coral, and there's gonna be a Ben, a Sam, and a Bobby. Bobby is a girl kitty. She is named Bobby because she's got kind of a bobbed tail. Um, it's the breed of cat that she is, I've been told. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, we're working on it. See, you would think that I would get upset putting that together because it's got three different parts to go with it. But this is what kind of annoys me. Because this guy put this in, and then you got that, and then you got that. So, three different pieces, and, for some reason that annoys me, but putting together the electrical telephone poles, that doesn't bug me. Yeah, you would think that it would because that's got what if you count the chain is going a lot easier now. I love it. Okay, there's 1, 2, 3, and then if you count the chain, 4 parts. And yeah, anyway. Okay, we're at 10:33 and yeah, we need to find something. Um, oh, so I started to tell you. Okay, so Sam Crenshaw and his mom, Emily, are going shopping in the grocery store when they almost crash into Adam and his Aunt Emily. She's an honorary aunt, like she probably helped Adam's older brother Nick take care of him after their parents died. I think when he was 11, Adam was 11. Um, she probably is the reason why Adam didn't end up going to well, Adam and possibly Nick didn't end up going to a orphanage or a boys' home or whatever you want to call it. Um, but anyway, they almost crash into them. So it's mentioned that Ashley is having a party, and at first Emily says it's on Friday. That's when the party is, on Friday. But later she says that's on Saturday. So Adam goes, uh, whatever the whatever Emily had said, he goes, okay, but isn't the party on Friday? And Sam goes, yeah, mom does it all the time. And Adam says that his sister in law, Rose, gets it like that sometimes too. So, he's not bugged by it. Anyway, so they end up going to the party on Friday night. And, oh, wait a minute. And Adam ended up questioning, why are they. Oh, No, that might have been on the way there. Um. Anyway, whatever. Questioned, why they're having to leave an hour early.
Your attention is needed. This is James from Liberty Partners, and I've got great news for you. Right now, you can claim up to $26,000 in approved relief funds to use however you need.
No, because as soon as you go and do that, it is something about debt relief. I mean, not debt relief, but getting a loan. And it's like I literally made uh I've literally made 60 bucks. Well, a little more than that now. So about 70 bucks from my books. And I know at least 3 of the people who bought my books personally. I actually know them. Because I've bought my books. My brother-in-law bought my books for my sister. And then my brother-in-law bought my books for my sis. Bought 2 of my books for my sister. Um, and my sister-in-law bought an ebook version of one of my books. Probably Pirate's Daughter, because I think that was the only one that was published at the time. Anyway, oh, and my parents bought one. And then there's, like I've sold maybe 10 to 12 copies, and uh yeah, I've sold like 10 to 12 copies, and that's another thing I could do. Doesn't get doesn't get things advertised very well, but um but if I got to go down there for Thanksgiving, because I really want to go, but I don't think we're gonna have money this year. But if I got to go, um then I could take copy my extra copy of Hard Times. Yeah, I could take my extra copy of Hard Times and um give it to my dad so he could advertise it. I mean, so he could show everybody, when they come over and visit. I just think it's so cool that they bought one. Um, oh, okay. I'm over there, there's a strobe light in Disneyland on my screen right now, and I'm like, what is that? And then I concentrated a little bit more, and it's Pirates of the Caribbean. But like I said, I know most of the people who bought my books, so I would like to get it to where I know nobody who, I mean, not nobody, but try know that small handful, and then I don't know anybody else. Or maybe I just know you on maybe I just know you on Twitch chat or YouTube comments or something. So my husband's always acting like I'm giving away too much of the story, for everyone to want to read it, but that's part of what makes people want to read a book is that they've read the back of the book and it's got a little bit of a teaser for it. Well, I'm not very good at being able to figure out what needs to be said and what doesn't need to be said. And so I'm trying to get everyone to want to buy my books. Well, one of the things in Pirate's Daughter, I know I've said this a million times, but one of the things in Pirate's Daughter is that uh, Morgan works in a bar for her uncle, and and she is getting visited by this pirate captain and his men. They've been coming in, they come in a lot and then they go away for a while and then they come in a lot and then they go away for a while because, pirate ship, duh. Okay, good. We've got that done. Now we're just waiting for the one that we're making right now. Okay. Okay. Um, anyway, so one day he asks her to go away with him on the ship. And she's like, "Nope, you're a stranger, don't want to go there." She doesn't say it in those words. You'll have to read the book to find out what words she actually uses. But anyway, he gets up, he gets angry and goes away. Storms out of the bar. Well, normally, there's two bartenders. There's Morgan and there's a guy named Joe. And Joe is her partner. It's like on Cocktail where they're putting on a show, or Coyote Ugly. There was like 5 of them, or maybe it was 4. Okay, 5 if you count the bar owner. But the ones that were put on the show were there was 4. I think there was 4 of them. Cause okay, there was the Attitude Girl, the Russian Tease, and I'm pretty sure there was another girl, and Violet. Pretty sure there was another girl. I'm not sure. Maybe it was just the 3 of them. I don't know. Anyway, whatever the thing was, she's got a partner. So usually he walks her home at night to her small little yacht, in the harbor. It's New York City. So I made up what the harbor was. I made up what the bar was. because, because if it was a real bar in real New York City, this bar would probably be in the dock area, in the docks area. So, that's obviously not a thing, because in my head, you come from the docks, you go up the street, there's a cell phone shop on the left, a coffee shop on the left, and the bar is on the right. There's a sit-down burger restaurant on the right, and there's a hotel on the right. It might be a motel, but I think I put a hotel. I can't really tell the difference, except for that, like my dad said, like the way that my dad said it was like if it was enclosed, it's and like 2 or more stories tall, it's a hotel, and if it's you know um if it's not enclosed, like you got the balcony and you can see out over everything. That's a motel. I think that's what he said. Not entirely sure. Um, Let me put it this way. He told me that in like 1989. So I don't know. But anyway, whatever the deal is, I think I put hotel though. And it's got a bowling alley. Ugh. It's got a bowling alley in it. It might have a movie theater, and I got that idea from uh, the Grand Sierra, and it wasn't Grand Sierra at the time though. But anyway, I got the idea from the Grand Sierra in Reno, Nevada, because it's literally got a movie theater and a bowling alley, and it's got an arcade for kids, and it had at one time, I don't know if it still does, but an old time uh pictures, where you can be like um dressed up from the Wild West kind of thing. Or maybe they might have an outfit for Bonnie and Clyde. I don't know. Um, but it was too expensive for that year. I really wanted to do it. I really, really, really wanted to do it. And like we had a budget of $5 or $10, and it was like 15. So I ended up getting this keychain, and I thought, okay, I I used to collect keychains, and I will probably start up again at some point, but they are not here at the house. They were in storage. Not the point here. But anyway, that keychain wasn't very good because the spot where, it was a little duffel bag and a coin purse at the same time. And so I put a bunch of coins in it, and the spot where the keyring wasn't a very good spot because it ripped it. And yeah, so I wasn't too happy about that. Anyway, I wasn't too happy about that, but I still kept it. Um, I used to have a Titanic keychain. I don't have that anymore either. I think it had Jack and Rose on it, and I don't remember actually. I think one side had like Jack and Rose on it, and the other side had the word Titanic or something like that. I don't know. I haven't seen that thing in years. Probably because it was in storage. But yeah, I used to want to go and probably have those ceiling hooks and just at the top, just before the ceiling, have like keychains all over the place. I don't know if I'd want that now. What I really want now, and I don't think we can do it, especially the way I want to do it, but I would like, how people go and make an entire cat room, and they have like the suspension bridges and place, plenty of places for their cats to sleep, and I'd like to do that. But like, not just confined to one room. I would like it to be Um, I'd like it to be like the whole house. I was actually building a house at one point in Minecraft, and I can never get it right though. But I was trying to build a room in, I mean, a house in Minecraft where it had all that stuff. Maybe I can show you just before we end stream. It's really going to depend on what part of the world we're in at the time. Okay, so, well, yeah, okay, let's go over here. So I was not gonna stay on until 11, and then I was like, well, I kind of have to because I said I was going to, but I am getting off, as soon as I finish this house and show you what I wanted to show you. Because the idea is that, um, if we had a way to do it, houses have uprights for things, like maybe they'll have, like they have walls. So you could make part of that wall a cat walkway thing to go up and, to go up to the second floor. And, like I would really like to make it to where the second floor has all that stuff. Has the suspension bridge and has plenty of windows to look out. Um, has plenty of window to look out to see the birds, to see, you know, the outside world. I'm definitely not going to make a whole entire house made out of glass just so my cats can see out anytime they want, but have enough window to see out. Um, I'd like to be able to have a catio that goes to the backyard and maybe the front yard or the front porch, something like that. I would like to have a front porch. Speaking of that, um, my grandma had a front porch, and there is a picture, or was it a video? Yeah, I think it was the thumbnail for a video, and the house in the house in the video, the thumbnail picture for the video looks almost exactly like my grandma's house. It was missing the carport. They had a garage, but they had a carport over, like you park right in front of the garage door, and there was a carport there, so you could get inside without getting wet, when it's raining outside. Or you don't have to have the sun beating down on you, during the summer. I don't actually know why they did that. I just know that they did. Um, yeah, that got me remembering that. Okay, I don't see how. I really don't. I mean, I can see how the garage could have been a two-story house, but I don't see how uh the house that I, pretty much grew up in. I don't see how that was a garage. So, there were two separate buildings, and yeah, I had always seen the smaller building as the house because, that's what we were using it for at the time, and the bigger building was the garage, and it was always stuffed with Aunt Susie's stuff. So, like, we never put the car in there or anything like that. And I never got a picture of it because the day that I had, I think I screwed up my film. Yeah, film. The day that I went and, tried to take the picture on my 35 millimeter camera. I had always used those 110 cameras. I was not ready for a 35 millimeter. I so was not ready for a 35 millimeter. Because you had to put the film in just right, and then uh, and if you didn't, you messed up your whole entire roll. And yeah. So anyway, I was supposed to have gotten a picture of that. And when I got them back, most of the pictures were black. So they're messed up. Um, anyway, the houses I'm building right now are a representation of that house. Notice what I said, a representation. um, I could build a much bigger house and show you exactly what it looked like. It was a small house. That's the problem with that one. Um, in Minecraft, you just can't build things exactly the way you saw them. So anyway, oh, right there. Yeah, the problem is that you gotta do that. And look, that looks so stupid. Okay, anyway, so there was the living room over here. This actually had a window, but since we attached the garage, we can't do that. But anyway, there was a window here. There was a window here. There's a big window here. Hello? What's the matter? Do you not know where your brother is? Yeah, 'cause I don't know where he is either. And I can't find him for a little bit. Anyway, there was this room here, but then there was like the wall kind of came out like that, and that's where like the closet was, because there was another closet over here. I mean, there was a closet here for this room, and then my room back here was an L shape. Um, and then this room was closet. It's not a room. It's a closet. Because, like I said, this, the room on the other side of here had a closet. And then, this is the kitchen. The refrigerator was actually over here. That, that was pushed back a little bit. That was pushed back a little bit, and the refrigerator was like right here. And the door for this room is actually right here. But in Minecraft, it just seemed a lot better to put it right here. Anyway, this was not a big room. Um, but anyway, and we had yellow curtains for the window, and the stove was right here. And when my dad was making bacon, like for Thanksgiving baked beans, yeah, we had baked beans for um, they're really good. Please don't knock them. Um, One these days, maybe I'll ask my dad if I can share that recipe with everybody on stream. Um, because I think they're really good. Anyway, the stove was here and the sink was like over here or over here. I'm not sure which. I think it was over here. Um, anyway, and then at one point we had the table that we've got right now, or a table similar to that, and it was right here, and there was a chair and a chair. Anyway, then we had the bathroom, which had a window right there, but again, the garage is actually attached this time, so we can't do that. But we had a clawfoot tub and a sink that did not have a cabinet underneath it. And then the toilet was back here. But that's not the way we're going to do it when we put it together. Okay, what color were we messing with? This one? Yeah, okay. Um, anyway, and I can totally tell you what my address was and everything because that street isn't even there anymore. It was 711 Cherry Street, which the boys are fighting, which is exactly the reason why Emily and Rick Street is Cherry Street because it just worked out so well. Um, my street was Cherry Street when I was growing up. Between when I was I guess between when I was a baby and when I was 10 years old. Or no, what? I was still 9. I had not turned 10 yet. So in between those two, then we moved to Fairfield, we were in Suisun, California at the time. Um, and then we were in Fairfield, California at another house. But that street still exists as what it was before, and I'm pretty sure the numbers have not changed, so I'm not sharing that address. But anyway, now we live in Nevada. I actually like living here. Um, it's pretty nice, except for the fact that um, I still have those California fears. Like you grow up in California and you're not supposed to walk alone because you could get grabbed. You know that uh you just not to walk in the cemetery at night. Um I don't know why. I did that a few times and nothing ever happened to me. But I had a daughter at the time, uh so like if there was gang members or anybody hanging out there at night, they were probably like, don't want to touch that lady because, if we mess with her and her kid, it's going to be on the news and everybody's going to know it and we're going to get caught fast. Um, yeah, so. Yeah, so Scopes was trying to help me at one point, and that's why the next house is not the correct color. He went, okay, so I do give him brownie points for wanting to help and for helping as much as he did because, he's the one that put in all of these houses. um, I designed it and then, he put them in. Well, the only problem is that when we came into needing to recolor them, I had screwed up on a couple of the houses, so the colors were not right. So then he went and, started putting in that color for houses, and uh, that's not what we needed. So it's not his fault. He just followed the pattern that I had laid out. So now we gotta go and okay. We're just gonna do this at the bottom real quick, and then I will show you that thing that I was trying to show you. What was I? What was I trying to show you? Oh, okay, yeah. The very very cat friendly house. Okay. There. We're gonna do that, and that's it. For now. Where'd it go? Oh. So, one of these days, we're going to finish this for 2027 fireworks. I don't know when. Right now, it doesn't look like any of this is getting done. Not even the 26th display, so yeah. Really? Okay, so anyway, over here somewhere. Oh, it's this house. It's this house. You go in, and there's a lot of fog. What the heck? Anyway, um, you know, I'm sitting over here, and he's sitting over there, and there's literally, you know, uh, poles that go up to the second floor with with a cat trail to go up, or oh, I think this was gonna be cat trail too. I just didn't finish it. Um, anyway, and then up here, plenty of room to look out the windows and go, oh, look, there's birds, and oh, there's squirrels, and whatever. But I haven't finished it yet. And this is this is a theater room. And then this was gonna be the kitchen, I think. Or maybe this was gonna be the kitchen. I don't know. But anyway, this is probably gonna be our bedroom because it's more concealed. Um, yeah. So that's that. Oh, I said I was gonna do a tour. Oh well, I'll do it later. This is a tree house. You're supposed to not be able to see that there's a house up there. It's supposed to look like a tree, but it didn't work that way. Um, there's a TSMC hyphen Minecraft build. Um, I think that's the way it's supposed to look. Something like that. And then that's another one. And then oh, okay. And then there's this, the way he actually built it. And then there's this, the way I upgraded it. Except for I made it all out of bedrock. Anyway, this the way I actually built it. It's the panda house. This is a castle. It's gonna have a. I mean, this is a castle wall, and then it's gonna have a castle in there. See right there. Um, that is Super Mario Brothers 1-1 from the original Nintendo. The real, actual, original Nintendo, not that new digital version. And yeah, so when I build Disneyland, it's probably going to have a smaller version of this, the circle thing here. I don't know what I'm going to do. These are a bunch of random builds because I have a bunch of, I should have written what each one of these was before I ditched it. But anyway, yeah, see, that one, swimming pool, cat house, and not the Nevada version. And then, and then you just don't know. I was gonna label them and I didn't do it. What is that? Abandoned house window. Uh, Oven. Chair 1, 2, and 3. Iron cabinet. Kitchen cabinet. Wheelbarrow. Anyway, and it goes around the corner, and this is all 2025's fireworks build. It's pretty awesome. I'm trying to take that one and fix it to where it actually works properly. This is one thing redstone can do for you. Okay. Now over here we have 3 beacons. Those go pretty high. Okay, so those go pretty high. That's a comic book shop. Why is everything so foggy today? Wasn't like that before. Oh, Wayne Enterprises. Although I had to make it a lot taller because, I make all the floors 8. So I had to make it a lot taller. And then if you follow this over here, I know we weren't going to do a tour, but okay, so if you follow over here. Oh, so I was telling you about Morgan and the captain. And the thing is that she's bartending and um her friends come and visit for Christmas. Well, after Christmas, they go home again. And Okay, Shatana's the place that we don't talk about on stream. Okay, now, um, anyway, so it's late at night, probably after midnight, and um, ow. Oh, I don't know if you heard that, but that did not sound good. Also, my wrist was giving me fits. Okay, so anyway, we'll pretend that this is the bar. And we'll pretend that there's no ocean over here. So she goes and she's walking home by herself. She's going over here. And we'll pretend that the yacht is right here. So she goes in the yacht. The light was on, so she could do her, make her dinner and, her very small dinner and, and, go to the bathroom, brush her teeth, whatever she needed to do. And then she turned off the light. She's in bed, you know. Well, the captain is watching from over there where there's a street light. Okay, we'll have to, from the materials we have right now. Oh, okay, wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do we have, not that, that. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay. And then we need that. And we don't have that. Okay, fine. Oh, and, well, that's not what I wanted. Anyway, doesn't that look pretty cool? I liked that idea. Okay, what else? Oh, we needed one of those. I don't know where one of those is, but we need it. Oh, wait a minute, we gotta make room for it. Okay. Um, the daylight sensor. That's what it's called, daylight sensor. I don't know if we have one already. I think we do, but I'm not sure. I'm suddenly wondering something. Okay, so a daylight sensor turns on the redstone so the light can be on. If we do the thing to where if we do the thing to where the okay, if we do the thing to where do I have the, no, I have some of the pieces, not all of them. Okay. So we'll try this after. Okay. Watch. There we go. Okay, so we'll pretend that's the one that he's standing by and he's watching her and he sees that she's asleep. So he goes off that way to his ship so he can get his men. Well, they come back to her ship, her little yacht, and they kidnap her. And then they take her back to his ship. And you'll have to read the book to find out what happened. Now, The other thing that happens, are we doing daylight cycling in this one? No, wait. That's. Eh. No, that didn't work either. Well, I don't remember how to do it, so. Anyway, so we'll just pretend it's night again. And. Because I don't know how to get the settings. No, that doesn't work. Anyway, I don't know how to get the settings. But okay, so Hayden says bye to Morgan, gives her a goodbye kiss, and he's so happy. He's ecstatic. He's like, super excited. You know, he goes down to this corner right here, and he sees that the limo is in the way. I know normally limos have windows, and it does just over here. Um. Anyway, so he's like, I could go this way, go behind it and go that way. But that doesn't seem like it's very safe just in case there's somebody in that limo. So he decides to go this way. Well, he looks over there. There's some guys getting out of the limo. Goes right here. Oh, they've got guns. And right about here, he gets pinned to the sidewalk, face that way. The limo turns around. It turns around. I know that would be so hard right there, but it does. Turns around, comes over here where he's at, and they throw him inside. Well, he starts to yell, "Help!" Except for he gets the HEL out, and then they smash him with the gun um, to make him pass out, and yeah, and he goes, "Pah," while he's oh, okay. Um, this is like Bed Bath and Beyond, where Shatana's gets all their stuff, because I didn't know what to put there. Because Claudia's house is like that one right there, and wait, I didn't put a label on Claudia's house, did I? Okay, I didn't put a label on Claudia's house. Anyway, so Claudia's house is like right there, and their apartment is like this one, but it's gonna need some stairs. I just haven't put stairs in yet. Um, yeah, I haven't put stairs in yet on any of them. Oh no. I'm gonna have to extend this idea. Oh no. Because there's these apartments and then there's a second floor. But, oh, no. In my dream that I had, there wasn't a second floor. And the thing is that this used to be. Okay, good. I can go in this one. This used to be um Sheila's house. Michelle's Aunt Sheila. This used to be her house and or apartment, whatever. And because these are apartments. So anyway, it used to be Sheila's house, and I can't tell you about that one because it's not streaming friendly. But anyway, because enemy pirates are enemy pirates. So that's why it's not streaming friendly. Okay, so at one point in time, it was Happy New Year 2025. I don't know why the N isn't done, but whatever. Um, okay, so I was trying to figure out something, and I need a few more pieces for that. Um, okay, so we can put this over here, and this over here, and this over, no, this over here, that down here, that over here, that over here, and that over here. And then we gotta pull this down, and this down. We need this. We need one more piece. And then we gotta go searching on my phone to find the thingamabobber. We have to go searching on my phone to find how to do this. Because I can't exactly remember right now. I think I remember, but I'm not entirely sure. Just need one more piece in that picture. I need this. Okay. So, my idea here is put this here. And then I think it was this here, this here, this here. Oh, that needs to be turned on. I think. I'm going to look it up in just a moment here. Okay. Don't worry, I have a picture. Okay, I don't have to go like searching for somebody's build or whatever. Okay, that's a cat. That's a parade. That's a parade. That's a parade. And that's deer. Oh, cool. That's a car. It's a coral. Why do they have a picture of fireworks? Wheel of Fortune. That's funny. Wheel of Fortune. And then backgammon. And my results for and I didn't get very many anyway for Dreamlight Valley. And okay, we don't have to have that anymore. Nevada Day is over. No, oh, wrong button. Dang it! Okay, never mind. We'll do that later. I've got it in here somewhere. The bad news is I take 3 million pictures. I may not be far off on that one, but I do take a lot of pictures. And yeah, I think I'm doing this right. I just gotta there it goes. Okay. Yeah. Perfect. Okay. Then I just gotta do like that and that and that. And we'll turn that off for now. It looks like yes. It looks like yes. Okay, wait a minute. We're gonna do it this way though. So we can have no. Up. Always shoot your Fireworks up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. I'm saying it that way because one time I was like 12 years old, and we had gone to uh we went to some kind of sports arena, but we were outside in the parking lot, you know. And so we were outside in the parking lot, and somebody had shot a firework into the air, and it was not a good thing because it hit my lip. So I went home, and I'm pretty sure my mom got yelled at, and it wasn't even her fault. Yeah, so it looks like we're gonna have the small problem of, um, okay, oh, red right here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, because I don't have enough room. Okay, red. Need 2 more reds. Okay, how about we... Ah, we did it! Yay! But instead of fireworks, because you never shoot off just one, instead of that, it makes you put firework. And then white. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's going to be interesting. Yeah, I decided I wanted to do it a little bit better way. And then, yeah, right there. Okay, so then I'm going to red. Actually, it'd be blue, white, red, but since it's red, white, blue, I have to do red, white, blue. Or is it that the can only be changed from the outside now? That would be really bad, if your settings can only be changed from the outside. Like you want to make it, nighttime only, and yeah, it says browse add-ons. What is this? It doesn't say. Oh, okay. I think this is exactly what I was trying to find. Oh, I think I had on Always Day on purpose. Do daylight cycling. Okay. Yes. Anyway, there's also the way that I usually do it, which is oh wait. No, that probably would be uh regular. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, it probably would be. But I wonder if you could have the daylight sensor run it instead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, that doesn't work. So just not on the corner. Not that one, that one. Okay. Really? Yeah, okay. Now we got it going. Almost. That's a lot. Okay. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, no, 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 no. 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I'm sorry. That looks swastika-ish. I did not mean for that to happen, but okay. Is it gonna stop as soon as? Wow, it's still going. Oh, there's nothing in there. Okay, but it's still going. It shouldn't be going. It's night. Maybe it's not night enough. Yeah, see? Okay. I don't know. Don't wanna. Yeah, we'll just do red. Okay, so I said I was going to. We'll just leave this going. I said I was going to do a tour. Actually, if I stay right here, I'm going to freak out. If I stay right there, I'm going to freak out. Hopefully I'll be able to get back to where I was. Okay, now I said I was going to do a tour at the end of this video, and since I've dawdled so long, I know you're probably thinking this is not a dawdle yet, but it is. It totally is. Okay, I'm almost done. But we'll do this tour first. Oh, actually, we need to go right. We need to go right. There we go. See all these pretty colored houses? There's a lot of two-stories that are blue or pale or pink or that color. Oak? Question mark. Uh, what? I think something went wrong. That would be bad. Either that or he was trying to create the illusion of that there's a um um like when somebody makes a map and then um it looks like you could jump down into the map but you really can't or something. I don't know. Anyway, it looks like an aerial view, but it's not. Yeah. Um that's a 5, not a 6. I mean, not a 2. That's a 4. That's a 3. I think they've got 100 spaces in between, and that's a 2, not a 5. And then there's 1. Yeah, I was going to say, and there better dang well be a mansion over here. I've had my world get corrupted before, but it was so weird. I would have kept it like that, but I was too afraid that I was going to corrupt my Xbox and make uh the whole entire everything not playable. And we'd have to buy a new one, and yeah. Okay, so I just had it. Oh, I just had it in the other world. Yeah. Uh. Hmm. It's not fair. And I need all of these bricks. Oh, I don't need that one. Yeah, no, I don't. Yeah, I do. Oh, no, I think I can put it up for now. I've been needing it for things every once in a while. Or I could put the bone meal up. Here, how about... Oh, boy, I forgot about those guys. Okay, so we'll... Right here, we'll put one of these... Oh, maybe a barrel would be better. It doesn't matter. Okay, literally does not matter what I do. Okay, so we're gonna put this in here. I was gonna say we could put the bone meal up, but we need to be able to put the trees. And I guess this could go up here for a minute. No, wait. Ah, there we go. There we go. There we go. In the wild blue yonder. No. Can't sing that. That's actually copyrighted. Well, at least I think it is. It's one of those that's so old, maybe it's not anymore, but why take the chance? There's what I'm looking for. Okay, now... No, mine! You guys. You wanna go for a ride? Wait, you wanna go for a ride? Here. You're going the wrong way. You're still going the wrong way. This was not in the plan. Oh, that's Coral! Oh my goodness, that's Coral. That's Marnie. I totally got that name from Halloween Town. That's Henny. Yeah. Her name was Henrietta, but she liked being called Henny. Natalie. Next. And go. Well, Bo, you want to go for a walk? I mean, a ride? Yeah. He's like, no, but I'll go for a ride anyway. Pizza, you want to go for a walk? I mean, ride? Okay. Oops, that's not what I meant. Go. You don't want to go for a ride? Okay. I'll go for a ride then. See, this is what happens when they all want to go for a ride, is that it gets backed up because inevitably somebody... Here, banana. There you go. Is that baby? I don't know. Baby or Tasha. Not sure which. Tasha, do you want to go? You want to go. You know you want to go. There you go. Cal, get in there. Cal, you're going the wrong way. I wish there was a way to... You know, like, it's like a directional arrow track. There you go, Vanessa. Okay, let's go. Anyway, a directional arrow one, so it only goes the one direction. Not going both ways. You know what? This is not going to work. You all are stuck. I gotta find a spot where they're not stuck, and I gotta find a spot where they're not stuck and make sure that... See, this was a lot more fun on the other one. No, pizza, you gotta go that way. Thank you. Pizza's a cat. And I think I've decided he's Adam's cat. Because Adam names all of his pets after food. So he's got a horse named Apple. He's got a cat named Pizza, dog named Banana. He's like 4. He likes naming his animals after food. We are not doing this whole thing making them go. No, that's not happening. That is not happening. Now, this is the 25 miles per hour, maybe the 35. You know, the regular everyday speed limit. That is the little convenience store that goes with the gas station. The people live on property, and they do know how to dial 911 or whatever the emergency number is in Ireland. So I do not recommend stealing from that convenience store. Also, they may have a shotgun. I don't know. Just saying. So this is actually supposed to be all flat. It's supposed to look like a place where you could probably play baseball or whatever. I don't know if I'm taking this out or not, though. I started to, and then I was like, maybe I want it to stay. I don't know. But, yeah, this might be part of 2026 firework. 2027 fireworks. Instead of the other one. Like, the redo for the other one. I still gotta figure that out. Um, so the idea is that the water's flowing down, right? And so you're like on a waterfall. But if you do that, then you can't have the fireworks going off when you're going by. Or, like I just showed you, I could have daylight sensors. Yeah, I could have like the original and then just have daylight sensors. So this is part of a story called Summer Journey. And that room right there has the pirate captain. He's important. Um, this is a big old crate where Morgan and her crew get uh, put in so the captain can uh, take them with him to the pirate auction, and they're all going to get auctioned off. Or at least that's the idea at the time. Um, and oddly enough, the I'm pretty sure he's Chinese. His name is Ju Long, and he's like, he storms off. He's like, I do not sit for the auctioning off of children, and so he leaves. But some of the others are like looking at the girls, going, they may be girls now, but they'll grow up later. Oh, that's because that's Michael's house. I was wondering why the white came before the pink, and it's because that's Michael's house. Um, in one of the books, they ride their horses from over there to Michael's house. And so his brother comes home, and he's like, why do I hear horses? And then he looks out the window and he sees horses. So it's been a while since we did a tour, and all the colors should be the same in the correct order, unless there's a good reason why not. Because I think on Cherry Street, I definitely made it different. Um, you know what? I think I'm going to come up with as soon as I'm done with the majority of this, or as soon as I'm done with the whole thing, I'll come up with a regular everyday version like this, and then I will come up with there's redstone under there, and it's going a lot faster for the tour. Because right now it's going to take too long. But we're only going down 10 streets, but still. And I'm just not fast enough to go and take it and, take out the one and put the other, so then it goes a little bit faster. I'd have to, like, actually physically get out of the cart and do it that way. And Yeah, that's not the idea here. So I have an idea. It's noon, and that means that we should be stopping the stream. Um, oh yeah, that's the way it's supposed to be. Never mind. Um, I know bamboo's strong, but I don't think it's that strong to make a whole house. I don't know though. If somebody could let me know, that'd be great. Oh, I have an idea. What's this? Yeah. That's so funny. When you're in, I think it's first person. No. Yeah, when you're in like first person, it is so loud. When you're in third person or whatever this is, it's quiet. So we still have not done anything at all for that car dealership. One of these days we will. It's like not loud anymore, so I'm feeling like I've gone deaf a little bit or something. Like I'm having hearing loss issues. So yeah, we found like so wait a minute, it's there, it's just not showing it? Okay. There. I don't know what was going on, but it's fixed now. So we're already on street 2. Um on that one street, I gotta go up and down it and make sure the numbers are not there because they're not supposed to be. This is Spruce Street. We're just on Oak Street. And yeah, see there's a pale oak house right there. And each section of street should have, see, and that's pale oak too. I think that's a little weird. But anyway, each section of street should have one two-story house. My son was using his street as an example because they've got, like two-story, 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 and then one story. But that's not normal, usually. Like, I don't think any of the houses on my dad's street are two stories. But yeah, I decided that they need to have enough two stories to go around. So like there's families where there's the guy, and he's got like three sisters or whatever. Um, yeah, the color scheme's the same, but yeah, you can see that we put in the street lights and we made sure that all the driveways and um, front doors are there. I mean, front pathways and the doors and all that. Um, I should probably make this a separate. Now that I think about it, but we're only going to that street that we were just on, and then um, calling it the end of the stream. I'm probably gonna end up having, just because I can, I'm probably gonna end up having a separate video for today where it's this tour and I'm not even talking. Oh, okay, so I told you about Pirate's Daughter and I told you about Misfortune. In Hard Times, um, I don't know the details specifically, even though that's one of my favorite scenes. Anyway, for some reason, um, William is at the bar with his friends. I don't know if they're just having a drinking contest or if that was the one where he was having a bad day and ended up going back to Shatana's and got himself in big trouble. I, I just don't know. But anyway, whatever. They were at the bar and this girl walks in. Um, she's old enough to be in there. Anyway, she walks in and he's like, I wanted to get to know that girl. So he goes and recruits Mitch. He asks Mitch if he's any good at fixing cars, and that's like Mitch's thing. He's good at he's really good at fixing up cars and making them run again. And so he agrees to fix up the car while William talks to the girl. Well, um, they're sitting in, they're sitting at the trunk side of the car while, other countries call it the boot. Um, so they're sitting there, or standing there, one of those two. Yeah, they're standing there talking, and he's over at the other end, the engine end, and they're I mean, he's trying to fix up her rental car. Well, he figures out that he doesn't have the tools, and she had the tools the whole time, but she conveniently did not tell him about that. So he has to go back to the ship, get his tools, and then, come back and, um, was it this side of the street? I think it's that side of the street. Oh, I don't know. We may have passed it up already. I think we did. Um, Emily's house and Rick's house. I don't know if we already passed it up. I think we did, though. Okay, so wait. If we're coming down that way or going down that way. Oh, we may not have. I will point it that way just in case. Because I think I did not pass it up already. And that when we get up there, we're going to turn right. Anyway, I put my aunt's house, assuming she still lives there. My aunt's house has like cobblestone um has has a fair amount of cobblestone at the bottom, so it looks decorative. or rocks or something like that. Anyway, we'll just call it cobblestone. I have no idea what it is for real, but it's got that at the bottom near the grass, and then partway up, it's got siding. So, I always thought that looked really cool. I don't know if I would want to live in that house, but I always thought it looked really cool. So, for the houses where we know who lives there, that's what we did. We have cobblestone at the bottom, and then we have um the whatever color the house is supposed to be after that. I don't know. I was thinking that maybe we had to put lanterns at the little corners of the thing, so the wall part. Yeah, I never did see them, so maybe we did pass it up. I don't know. So they're supposed to be on this side of the street, but I never saw it. But like I said, maybe I wasn't paying attention. I don't know. But yeah. See, we got Birch Street done. Also, I remember I kept on having a really hard time saying the saying birch. um, I can say it. Obviously, I'm saying it right now, but I was having a hard time. Um, and I didn't want it to sound like something it wasn't. I don't know what I was thinking of at the time, but I'm pretty sure there was a something that I was thinking that it may have been mistaken for. Um, hey, is that another invisible door? No. So they're on Mickey's Runaway Railway, and I don't know why, but all of a sudden it almost sounded like Star Wars music. It doesn't normally sound like that. I think it's just sounding like that because I have it down so low that the stream can't hear it. Yeah, so I think I will like while I'm eating lunch or something, I'll make a I'll make a video where it's this, and then maybe we'll go to Disneyland. That I mean, no, it's Disney World. Sorry, not Disneyland. Disney World. Um, because I've got that world too. It would be so much simpler if I could find a way to like copy their give them credit and everything, but copy their entrance and like put it into a road that we wouldn't normally go on, and just have it go on there when we're pretending to go to Disney World. But it would be really hard to go to Disney World from Ireland without an airplane or a boat. If you're really good, maybe you could swim, but I don't think so. You'd still have to get an airplane to. Well, yeah, you'd still have to get an airplane. Probably from somewhere to Disney World. Well, like Orlando. So there is a I don't know the exact name the of the channel, but on YouTube there's Flounder the cat, and apparently she's female. Um, she loves the movie Pocahontas. It has to be playing like 24/7. And I was always thinking, um, like I was thinking, get the little girl a tablet, you know, and have it downloaded onto Disney Plus. I mean, onto Disney Plus or the Voodoo. I think it was Voodoo. VUDU or something like that, whatever it was, and do it that way. Probably Disney Plus would be better, but you'd have to find a way to um run Jungle Street. Anyway, you'd probably have to find a way to just loop it, have it loop all the time. But still, I think having a tablet would be great for her. But it's cat size. A tablet is like a um Android version of an iPad. So she could probably get her iPad too. But since it's a cat, I recommend getting the kids tablet from Walmart. Because that supposedly there was a tablet out there at one point, and I don't know if it's the one at Walmart right now, but you could like throw it in the mud, and like drop it in the mud puddle, and it would still work. You could like get frustrated at your game and throw it across the room. I don't recommend doing any of these things, but it would still work. So I was thinking that would be great for a pet, or like I don't know if phones do that anymore, but like what was it? There used to be an MP4 player. That would probably be great for um s- you know animals like a cat or a small dog. Um if they like my boys like listening to the stories I write, and um like I'm turning it into an audio for my own enjoyment, but also the cats love them. I'm not sure that Bobby does, but I know the boys do. I think she does, but I'm not sure. She just seems to be like, okay, you're playing your story, whatever. But yeah. So I was thinking, okay, when I went to school, I don't know how many students there were, but by the time that my husband graduated, there was 2,000 students just in his graduating class alone. And at least, yeah, I think that's what it was. Graduating one of 2,000 in 2,000. So anyway, so anyway, oh, this is the street that we were on. Okay. Well, yeah, okay. I think we'll leave that for the next, we'll leave that for the next stream. Wait, why? 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 Okay, yeah, we went jungle, and then we went this. But I took that out. Didn't I? Could have sworn I did. Weird. I don't know. But anyway, so I can leave that for the next stream. Um, like I said, I want to do a tour, but that means, come on, there you go. Don't go too far. Anyway, I gotta eat something. I've been up since 5, and I've been awake. Well, okay, I woke up at 5 something because I needed to go upstairs. And then, I came down here, fell back asleep after my husband left. And then, after I woke up, I had to go upstairs again. And, that's when I made sure that the door was completely locked. Okay, so I like to lock the outside door. I like to lock the outside door and then lock the inside door. But I can't lock the inside door as much as I would like to, because I would like to have both regular locks and both deadbolts locked. But for some reason, my husband's key is not strong enough um, to unlock the inside deadbolt. So, and I figure if he can't unlock it, then I don't have to worry at night about people breaking into the house. Besides that, I think my attack cat Bobby would definitely do something about it. She grew up with well, after a while, she grew up with dogs. No, no, she had to have grown up with dogs because Lena. Yeah. Okay, so I keep remembering Misty, but I'm pretty sure they had her and Lena at the same time. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure. I kept telling my sister, "You need a cat. You need a cat. You need a cat." And my sister and well, my sister's a cat and dog person. Um, and her husband is just a dog person. So getting him to say, yeah, you can have a cat was like, oh my goodness. But yeah, she finally got there. So anyway, I better end the stream before it's 4,000 hours. So again, please go on Amazon and check out my books. Like I said, there'll be a link for each one of my books down below. And you just pick the book that you think sounds good. And click on it. It'll take you directly to Amazon. And they come in hardback, paperback, and ebook. And if you're watching me on Twitch right now, I totally forgot about Twitch. I'm so sorry. Nobody was trying to talk to me though. Anyway, if you're watching me on Twitch right now, please follow and chat. And if you're watching me on YouTube, please like, share, comment, subscribe. notification bell, and please get those valid public watch hours up. Because if I can start making some money, then maybe I can start doing some giveaways, like, come up with some merch or something. I mean, the books are merch, technically, because I wrote them, I edited them, I published them with Amazon, and I'm just waiting for people to buy them. Yeah, so, but, like, I might be able to do some giveaways, come up with a pirate pillow, a set of t-shirts, um, I don't know, something. For every 500 people, I give away a book, I don't know, something. Um, but I'd also be able to go and advertise in more interesting places than my living room. Um, like my ultimate goal at the moment is to be able to advertise my books from like South Lake Tahoe, Bernie Falls, Mount Shasta. I've never, I don't think I've ever been to Mount Shasta. Um, maybe, I kid you not, this is what it's called, Whiskey Lake. Um, Lake Berryessa. I'm always talking about, okay, so not always talking about Lake Berryessa, but, on stream, but I, uh, we tried to go there one time with my husband, and I would really like to actually make it there. It just seemed like it was taking forever, and we finally got, um, no, I don't even think we got to the glory hole. Never mind. Maybe we did, but I don't think we did. It was so windy, it was not even funny. Um, but we ended up turning around, going back, and I don't even know if we made a legal U-turn or not. If we did not, I hope God doesn't hold it against us because I don't know. But it was like super windy, and there was um, a cliff going down on one side, and if the wind had shoved us that way, we would have not been here, I don't think. But on the other side, there was a cliff going up, so when the wind came, I was driving. When the wind came, it shoved us toward the up instead of the down, so it worked really good. So, yeah, I said everything I needed to say, and I still haven't finished this stream, and I need to do that. I also need to finish this house, so dang it. So, do I finish the house, or do I end the stream? Or do I end the stream and then finish the house? I don't know, I just know I'm hungry. Um, Ooh, I've got tacos. I've got tacos. Dun, 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 dun. I've got tacos. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. Um. Oh, I know what that tune is. See that's a good example of what I was talking about earlier. Don't know if I was talking about that in GTA or in this one, but like I can take just about any words, any word or words, and turn them into a song. But the problem is that some of them do have uh, a well-known tune to go with them. So that one was I Want Candy. And I don't know who originally sang it, but I know that in the early 2000s, Aaron Carter sang it on the Lizzie McGuire show, for a Christmas episode. But it was like May or something like that. I think when it aired though, it was Christmas time. But the whole episode was Aaron Carter is doing a a Christmas music video, and they were going to do the Christmas music video in a soundstage, I guess, somewhere near their house, so in their town. And so Lizzie McGuire's all excited, and Gordo's like, yeah, it's Aaron Carter, whatever, because he's a guy. And he's like, yeah, this would probably be more exciting if I was. Oh, I think that was a different episode, but anyway, it would still be more exciting if I was a 12-year-old girl or whatever. Well, anyway, he decides that he wants to learn more about the film industry, so he takes his camcorder with him, and they're trying to get onto the stage, onto um, the spot where Aaron is, and they finally make it, but her parents, who actually have the ticket, the backstage tickets, for the show, they ended up getting put in the like the um cell, like a jail cell. Anyway, no, that kind of would have sucked if Lizzie and Matt were the only ones able to go in there. Miranda wants to go too. And so Gordo, after he figured out that, uh, okay, we're done. Anyway, so Gordo, after he figured out that, he could probably talk to somebody about getting into the movie industry. So, anyway, I'm gonna make that arrow thing, and then I'm gonna actually end the stream, like I said I was gonna do. I'm sorry, I get so into doing a project, and then I get so into doing a project, and that's got to be the thing that I'm doing, and then the stream ends up huge. If it's something, uh, if it's something that everybody's interested in, that's one thing. But if it's not interesting to, whoever's watching it, then it could be hideously bad. Okay, so there we go. And then I want to go and push this. Okay, we'll push it right there. No, 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 no. Anyway, then when we go and make the video next time, we can, what color is this? This can be this color. Oh, yeah. Okay. Anyway, so I will see you in the next stream or video.